coming in a great rate of knots, but it missed. And so Brown now have the opportunity to make this angled hoop. It'll be one of those things where he's missed the easier one and could very well make this harder hoop. But we'll find out. And he certainly does. So just while we're looking at this replay, I'll welcome Lester Hughes, who I think is joining me in the commentary now that he's finished his games.
Yeah, g'day Wade, how are you?
Good. Did you have an enjoyable weekend?
Yeah, I did today. I had a couple of wins today, which was very nice.
Excellent to hear. So we're watching Malcolm and Brett play their second game. It's 2-1 to Malcolm.
Yep. And have you been impressed with Brett's hitting?
We haven't watched as much of this game on this court as we'd been watching the Robert Fletcher, Peter Lambry game, which showed Robert in his typical. Oh, that's gone straight through. There. That's how you do it.
Yep, and a
Robert
fist pump
in his
as
typical,
well.
Typical no mistake croquet from Robert, where he just grinds the opposition down, and as soon as they make a single mistake, he takes the hoop off them. So it was a great display to watch.
Yeah, well, if Malcolm keeps hitting balls like that, we'll have a good match to watch here as well.
Yeah, it'll be over very quickly.
Yeah, so Brett's first ball up there is not where he would want it to be. It's allowed Malcolm to take a deep position.
That's a nice touch there from Malcolm.
Yeah. So it's almost going to force Brett into taking the brown and leaving green with the hoop shot.
Yeah, he if he hits this at the correct angle, I mean, the camera can lie to us. He might get an in off, but he doesn't even try for it. He certainly has a very quick action. Once he decides what he's doing, he's to the ball and hitting it without sort of too much fanfare.
Yep.
So can Malcolm back-to-back do long hoops? I think he can.
Yeah, yes, he can. Another great shot.
Yeah, smooth as a baby's bottom, that one.
Yep.
Came out of that hoop quicker than it went in.
Yeah, it sure did. Yeah, so Brett's got to find a way to get a couple of hoops back here in a hurry.
Yeah, well, this one, and then it's the short hoop off to hoop 7. So if he's going to claw his way back into the game, it's got to be these next two hoops to get it back to 4-3.
Yeah.
And of course, if he gets the 7th hoop and he gets a good run on it, then he can even have control of hoop 8. I've been working on calling them hoop 8 and not 2 back. I think I'm doing all right.
Okay. I was going to ask Wade, are you AC background or GC background?
I prefer the challenge of AC, but I like the fun of golf. It's kind of like 2020 cricket, where it's It's a good, fun game that's easily accessible to, especially to the lay viewer.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Brett's got what he likes here. He's got a clearance with pink on brown heading over to hoop 7, which is going to give him that chance of maybe getting 2 hoops in a row. No, he's looking at the hoop.
Yeah, I'm with you. There was the perfect opportunity there to clear brown while getting your ball somewhere over towards hoop 7, but he decided that he saw the hoop, so to shoot at it.
Yeah, and it may be that in the previous game that Malcolm hasn't been missing any long clearances anyway, that Brett has to take the hoop on, I guess.
Yeah, that's the case when you play a good rocayer, or the other one as well that makes you change your game style are the people that can plop the ball exactly in front of the hoop and do great hoop approaches every single time. So if you can, if you're the ones with these skills playing them well, you can put other people off their game and make them play shots that otherwise they mightn't have otherwise played.
Yeah, you can apply pressure just by your presence sometimes. I'm not sure what Brett was aiming at there.
I think he was aiming at the hoop, but I'm not sure it was the wisest move he's ever made.
No.
I guess he thought, well, if I'm going to hit the green, I might as well hit the hoop.
Yep.
Malcolm is on fire with these hoops.
Yeah, and maybe that's what's prompting Brett to be so aggressive.
He might be thinking of the beer after the game. So pink was the first approach ball over there. Yep, and that one's offside, so he's got to walk the dog all the way back over to the penalty spot.
And I'm pretty sure Greg will attack this one.
And he gets it.
Yeah, great shot.
He's running with...
Yeah, which...
After 3 days of play, he's running with the energy of a young fella there.
Yeah, that stands out in croquet. Yeah, Brett's really got to get this white tight to the hoop and in line with where green is on the boundary. I think it is green on the boundary or brown on the boundary.
That's not going to make it. If you're playing at hoop 10, hit the ground. That might have been a good shot. Yeah.
I think he hit the big green ball on the way through.
Yeah. For it to go that far wrong, something drastic must have occurred.
And that's given Brett a chance still.
Yeah, well, it's very close to the white now.
Yeah, well, I'd be surprised if Brett plays too close to the hoop, because that's I'm not sure. Oh, it looks like Malcolm's attacking anyway. I mean, white can hit green to the corner, but the way Malcolm's been hitting, he's going to hit pink coming back the other direction. So,
I suppose he figures if he keeps making him do 7-yard roquets, eventually he'll miss the 1 out of 20. Just off the side of the stanchion.
Yeah, so I think that shot comes from hitting 3 good hoop shots in a row and thinking that running hoops is easy. I would have thought that the percentage play would be to bring brown in, let white take green, and then attack pink with green with brown in front of the hoop.
But as you said, he had the hot hand, so
Yeah, you got to run with
why
it while
not
it's
have
there,
a
Wade. That's for
pink?
sure.
Yep. Enjoy these things while they last.
Yeah. So what you might not be able to tell on your screen is the wind has got up this afternoon and is whistling around quite a lot. So it will be having an impact on the balls and the mallets as well when you're swinging them.
Might have hit a little bump just before that Croquet because the green ball sort of jumped over the pink ball and they've both gone careering away.
Yeah, there are a few little bobbles on this court and on most of them actually where there's been some moss. So I think we'll see Malcolm attack pink if he can, if the hoop's not in the way. Oh, maybe the hoop was in the way, I think. So what would you do with your white now, Wade, with your GC mind in?
I'm not sure. It'd probably depend on, again, how I was going. He's going for the hoop. Certainly gave it a good hit.
Yeah. I'd be quite keen to bring that in and then hopefully punish Brown down into the corner would be where I'd be at.
Yeah, because usually my train of thought is that running the hoop is obviously the goal of the game, but you're also cashing in a lot of chips if you shoot at a hoop and miss.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, if the approach had been made with white, there was a shot for pink to clear brown all the way down to the other corner of the court. But as it stands, he's got a 1.5 yard hoop, which he should be confident of getting at this level.
Yeah, he's nailed that.
Nicely taken. Good. Looks like a good run on too. So that's forced Malcolm to play wide so that pink can only hit him as far as that near boundary if it's going to clear it.
And I think that might have been an attempted nudge up by white hitting through pink's line if it got lucky.
Yeah, that very well might have been the case. Now, the problem with white being there is pink almost can't move brown far enough away to stop it getting taken out.
Compelled
so
to.
He's almost got to shoot at the hoop
to take on it. Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
And it missed everything. Yeah, that shot was like a Star Wars stormtrooper. Wasn't even close to hitting.
Oh, that looks...
it was almost brilliance, but it just turned up next to brilliance. So it's kind of like having lunch with Bill Gates, sitting next to brilliance, but it wasn't quite you.
Yeah, it's a real problem now for Brett, though. Even though green can't score, it's pretty dominant in that position with brown there as well.
Yeah, it's controlling that hoop.
Yeah, so I think basically Brett's white is out there as a potential Hail Mary jump shot if he gets the opportunity. He'll be planning to bash Brown away, I would think.
Yeah, you would imagine so, because especially as white has got a bit of an in off there on the green, he could play to clear the green and also
I think he'd be much happier with white now that green's not in the perfect blocking spot.
But he's still got to deal with brown.
Yep. And brown's got the hoop protecting it as well, so anything could happen here.
He's got
great
it.
Shot.
I think he managed to collect it and get his pink ball to get stopped by the hoop. So it worked out quite well.
That's Janine McCarty sitting in the shelter shed, Brett's wife, watching on. Yep, it's a Hail Mary jump shot. It's well within Brett's range, though. He gets plenty of power through the ball. So
yeah, at 5'2", you might as well be.
there
good
it
shot.
Is. Look at that.
He doesn't mess about.
Yep. Yes. One thought process and action.
Yeah. And that's a pretty useful first ball in. So useful that Brett decided he needed to shoot for it, but not hitting it.
Yeah, it certainly represents 6-3 being almost a winning score, and with Malcolm looking for a snuggle. No, just making it further.
You could definitely take that comment out of context and it'd be a good one. Malcolm looking for a snuggle.
Yeah. Well, given the scoreline, it might be Brett looking for a snuggle, maybe.
So he'll have another pop at it here.
Oh, that's a ground.
Yeah, but he still hit it. No, he hasn't.
Oh, it's close. I don't know if the damage is on the court or off the court, but it'll be substantial.
Yeah, it looks like he was coming out of a bunker there. Sand trap, sand gun flying. But none of that's of a concern to Malcolm. He's got a hoop to make.
Ooh, he's through.
Bit of a, yeah, he had to bully it through. But they all count on the scoreboard, even if he didn't get down the other end.
It's drifted off. It's really difficult from this east boundary at Ken Lee on court 1 to get. You got to get over the ridge, but not so far that it goes down the other side, which has happened there.
Yep, that one's disappeared off to the left as well.
Yeah, so it catches the slope and the wind's blowing that way as well. So it's a slippery slope over there.
Yeah, when I was commentating the McRob, I seem to recall that ridge along there. I think it resulted in one of my zingers that the ball had a bigger left bias approaching that hoop than a second-year art student.
Well,
win the
that's pretty
jaws,
useful.
so we get to see a jump.
I don't think he'll be keen with jumping with brown. He'll try and protect green somehow for the jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a crucial clearance on green here for Brett to stay in the game, you would think.
Yeah, Malcolm would definitely be backing himself to... He's got it.
Yep.
There's no way that Malcolm's going to attempt anything from here, because the last thing he wants to do is put pink through a hoop where you're coming back across the court on the next shot.
Yep, that's exactly right. He'll just play this to a neutral position somewhere, because he'll want to force pink through the hoop. He won't want him to be fluffing around down there. So
he's also got brown behind the hoop, which will encourage pink to come through.
Yep, so Brett's hit that all the way through to the boundary just to make Malcolm's shot with the green to protect the brown from pink as difficult as he can.
So lovely a hoop approach shot there. If you can get your first ball in within a foot of the hoop like that, it really does give you the advantage, no matter who you're playing.
It certainly puts the pressure on. But it does provide a big target to aim for. So a good block here that might be he might have done it himself maybe.
Definitely gone close. But for all the people out there in croquet land, the biggest improvement, that's the easiest improvement and the most dramatic one to make if you're just starting your croquet journey, is to really nail your hoop approaches. So once the hoop that you've just played is gone, whether it's gone well or bad for you, to put it out of your mind and really concentrate on that first approach shot. Because if you can get good at those, which are easy to practice, then you can improve your results very quickly, even more than, that almost went through the hoop, even more than rotating practice and things.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Making good position in 99% of the time is certainly a great assistance in winning matches. There we go.
And speaking of winning matches,
that's it.
That's what Malcolm's done there. So the two Fletcher boys, 1 and 2, Robert number 1, Robert number 2. Both with new Peter Coles mallets, it seems. They weren't using those last time I saw them play.
No, they both had carbon fiber mallets last time I saw them as well. So we might have a little break and play here. Are we going to move to court 2 maybe?
We'll see what the bosses tell us. Hopefully on court 2 there's a ladies game. That'd be good. Tell you what, the Queenslanders, if they come home tomorrow, we're going to get a shock coming from 20 degrees down there today, back up to 36 up here.
Can you just mute me? Sorry, Wade, I'm back.
That's all right. I missed you.
Yep, so we're moving to court 4, which we believe is the second ladies' eights, but that looks like Malcolm playing down there at the moment. So I'm not really sure. That's a different Malcolm, not the one we just watched.
A good croquet name.
Yeah, that's right. We expect big things.
So if it's Malcolm versus
The third.
Kate.
This will be
Karen.
the third eight.
Yeah,
This will be the
Malcolm versus
third eight,
Karen,
yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Just confirmed.
Yep. Yes. So I'm not sure what the state of the match is. Hopefully we'll get some scores in a minute.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing hoop 9. Is that correct? Is that how that court runs?
Yep, that's correct. Yep, it's hoop 9. And Malcolm's trying to move white from a scoring position. So we'll probably see a difference in the aggressiveness of running hoops here, as opposed to trying to get all the way down the other end. We'll be just making sure we run the hoop.
You were spot on there.
Yeah, it might maximize your chance of running the hoop you're on, but it also maximizes your chance of having no backswing on your next shot.
It's gone a little bit deep and a little bit wide, which has let that white and pink off the hook slightly.
And that one's curving back the other way.
Yeah, it actually looked like that curve helped in the end, because the hoop could be wiring green from pink.
Yep, I think pink will be relatively safe. We might need a referee to watch this one.
Yeah.
So what's your style, Wade, with these ones? Do you do a backwards hammer shot or a scoop shot?
I would play through the hoop with my weight forward and following through.
Oh, Karen's got one of the most experienced referees in John Vandertaal to come out.
We'll see if this ball jumps, because that will be what John, I suspect, is looking for.
Yep, it came off the ground.
Yep.
And
because oftentimes if people are going to play those jumpy shots, one surefire way to know if it's been a foul is that the ball just doesn't jump, because they've collected it again with their mallet after they've hit it into the ground, causing it to run along the ground rather than pop up. Yeah, so pink was sufficiently hidden that green couldn't get past the hoop to remove it from being in front. So Karen has a chance to double up on the hoops here. Not sure what the scores are, but she'll get 2 in a row here if she can make this hoop.
I think she'll be in the jaws more likely than through.
Yep, you picked that one.
And I'm not sure about Malcolm's jump shot. I'm not sure how good he is at jumping.
Well, you'll get to find that answer out very shortly.
Yeah, if he's having a crack.
He's going to give it a bash.
Oh, it looks a good 4 yards to me, at least. Oh, that's not a bad effort.
No, it looked like it actually was in the jaws and somehow got itself back out of the jaws and around the side. It was quite a interesting bit of physics there.
Yep. We might be switching back to court number 1 for Brett and Malcolm's 3rd game. I think they're 1 game each.
Oh, is that?
But
we had that all incorrect.
Yes. Well, I will claim complete innocence, as I wasn't really sure what was happening. Yeah. Okay. So we're moving back to Brett and Malcolm. Looks like they're on to hoop 2.
Can you see from where you are who won hoop 1?
No, I can stand up and see the northern half of the court, but not the southern half of the court. So I'm not sure.
Malcolm's standing around like he's waiting for a bus.
Okay, it looks like
there we go.
it's 1 hoop. 1-1, yep. And the bus has arrived, and off we go. Yep. So Malcolm's
had no problems.
Managed to dislodge the pink from its position in front.
Yeah, and he had no problems hitting that hard because he had the protection of the boundary to stop him going any further.
Yep. I don't think that was
a thing that...
Sorry, you go, Wade. I don't think Brett deliberately put his white ball in that position, but it may actually be saving it from brown.
Yeah, we had Ed commentating earlier on the Fletcher games on this court, and he was really emphasizing to the viewers the importance of placing your balls so that when the opponent was clearing you, they could only clear you as close as the nearest boundary. And pointing out, especially Peter Landry playing Robert Fletcher, because obviously Robert doesn't miss too much, how Peter was trying to place his balls to nullify as best he could Robert's roqueting skills. But we just saw the brown come in and just missed that white.
He must have a little angle to get in the jaws there. And he's gone too far,
trying,
which will be a nice big target for green now.
Yeah, before he wouldn't have had much of a chance of making that hoop. Now he's got a good one if he can knock off that white.
Yep. Just aim at the middle of the left leg and
just crept around that leg. So that leaves it now for pink to have a shot at the hoop.
probably a 50% chance from out here, I would say. So Malcolm, were you planning to put brown in front? And if it's still there after white plays, probably knock pink away. Which means Brett probably has to hit brown now.
I think that's what he tried but failed to do.
Which now leaves Malcolm with options of doubling up or hitting pink away.
Yeah, and he sent that one right into the corner. No, at least he doesn't have to travel too far to play his ball there.
I don't know if he'll be happy about that or not.
Gives it a wallop and gets the hit. Yep,
so one good shot like that and it changes the whole complexion. Now, Brett will have the, if everything goes to plan, we'll have the clearance with pink on brown to try and take control of the hoop once all the balls have played. So Malcolm could have chosen to put his brown out near the boundary to protect it from pink. Placing it in tight to the hoop, you'd hope to get one of the balls between pink and brown.
Looks like he was going for a block, but just overcooked it a bit, much like when the old man gets on the barbecue and cooks the steaks.
You're killing me here, Wade.
No, he's got hold of that one. Only got it about half a court away, but that's still further than it was before he hit it.
Yeah, it's not a disaster for Brett if Malcolm hits white because green's not in the greatest position. And he'll be able to bring white back into somewhere. But he's,
I guess he was due a miss.
Yep. So Brett now has a nice, looks like just over 1 yard hoop shot, which he'll be trying to get down somewhere really close to hoop 4, so he can maintain control of the next hoop and maybe even the game.
Yeah, you get those 4 middle hoops. Oh, that wasn't to plan.
No. And now he's now he's checking how tight the hoop is.
Not to worry, it still goes on the score sheet as his hoop. So Brett takes a 2-1 lead in the deciding game of the match.
Oh, that's gone way too far.
Yeah, that's not what he would have planned.
Yeah, so I think the conditions have sped up a bit with the wind pushing balls around quite a lot.
Playing from a similar position, we'll see if Malcolm learnt from the first shot. Yep, he was definitely decided he wasn't going to play that one too hard.
Okay, so the question is, can green see pink?
He's not worrying too much. Yeah, exactly. His posture says that he can.
Yep.
Well, he could see white. But pink remains there.
Now,
Hand
question
on hip
the
like
second.
a disappointed parent.
Yes, can Pink run the hoop? It's on a bit of an angle.
Yeah, let's have a look what Brett decides to do. Yeah, he's decided that clearing is the better option.
Oh, he's lost his pink a bit far away, I think. It looks like it's drifted out. And that ball's had the same fate as Malcolm's original shot down to the hoop, just skating on by.
Malcolm hit that one, what appeared to be so softly, and it even that one